Hello everyone, welcome back to Fabled Acolyte of the Altar. It's another day to unlock fabled cards. Of course, we are still dealing with the music bug, where the music will slowly decay until nothing. So, last time we had a blast from the past with the Dragon Age Origins, and today we're going back even farther with EverQuest Online Adventures. This was the PS2 spin-off for EverQuest Online, and this is a game I dedicated far too much of my life to. Unfortunately, the servers were shut down in 2016. I believe 2015, 2016. So, this classical masterpiece is lost to time. There's also another bug. There was a small patch to make it so... because people weren't able to unlock the Fabled card for the Chanting Cultist, which is the 1 mana 1/1 give you 1 temp life from the Empiricists. And, for some reason, that unlocked a lot of Fabled cards in my collection. I have no idea why, but hey, iGouch did have a Fabled card, which looks pretty cool. Deal 7 to a creature, summon mana pool core with attack and health equal to the overkill damage dealt. Interesting. So this could be a 6/6 at most. Is that worth it? I don't know. But today we'll be playing with a mono deck. In fact, my favorite mono deck, which was a recent development, the Sylvan Green Mono. This means we'll be playing with them as our greater patron, reducing the burden cost of gifts by 1, and having them fill up our deck. And on top of that, we will only locate green cards. It is time for the Sylvans to thrive. We may even come across a few of the Fabled cards that were accidentally unlocked. That also means, of course, the Lone Ladybug is our Forsaken card. Forbidden card, excuse me. The Gilded Grifter. This actually is really... So the Gilded Grifter is a game of memory. He does this every single turn. Which of these wasn't in my hand? Well, considering I had 3 Tiny Disciples in hand, I think it's pretty safe to say it was the Lone Ladybug. So that's pretty fun. That worked out well. Good draw. Actually, this is a bad draw, but it turned into a good draw. The Gilded Grifter is going to start poking me. Rude. He's going to do it again. Rude. No, the Tiny Disciple is the only thing in my hand, so... It's mana pool koi time. Now, Work the Crowd, I believe, is coming straight at my face, right? Yes, prods will directly target me this turn, so we're taking 2. Yikes. So we'll play a 3/3. And keep on swinging. The Gilded Grifter is one of those boss fights that can be super easy in situations like this, but you still take chip damage. And then there are times where you, for lack of a better word, screw the pooch. And everything goes to crap. Draw me a bear. Beautiful. This might be lethal, actually. Counting is hard, so... not quite. It is next turn, though. Thankfully, we killed him before all these prods went to my face. Could you imagine losing 6 life on the first boss? First boss couldn't be me. Ooh, we even got graft out of it, but hey. Voila! It's amazing what happens when I record early in the morning. Or, you know, like 2 hours after waking up instead of 10. Alrighty, so we do have some options here, including a brand new Fabled card that definitely shouldn't have been unlocked, but here we are. 3 mana spell, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Play one of them immediately and discard the other 2. No thank you. I believe this is the Fabled variant of Metamorphosis. Now for the Ambershot Gigantode. Play sap an enemy ability and refill 6 mana. Mana cheating in my card game? Sign me up. Refreshing mana, huh? That's a card with customizable... Oh, I love the black ink. Oh yeah, we're going this all the way. The black ink is so good. Incredible. So this is the Ink Drinker. Play deals 1 damage. So, inspect me while in hand to click... then click to edit attack, health, or damage dealt. So, as it stands, this is a 0 mana 1/1 that deals 1 to the enemy. You can make this an early game drop. You can make this a mid-game drop. You can make this a late-game drop. This is one of my favorite relics in the game. I love using it. I don't even remember when I used this last, but... Also, because we have the Sylvan Greater Patron, this being our Forbidden card means we always have a turn 1 play. Which is great. But the reason why this is my favorite mono deck is not because of any of this crap. It's because of Infest. Infest is so much fun. Music, please. Unfortunately, EverQuest is so old, or EQA is so old, that I'm using a playlist someone put together of the music, and it's shuffling, and I guess it takes a second to think when it shuffles. And sometimes it doesn't play music at all. No, my music. Okay, well, I looked at it, and I'm going to leave it like this for now. We'll see if we encounter problems with it, but hopefully we don't. We are facing the Unchained Earthcarver, and all of his abilities are about to open up. Call the weak Titanic Strike, Heavy Binding. Yikes, 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 yikes. All creatures with 2 or less attack are about to get demolished, sent to the void, then there'll be a Titanic Overstrike, and then I'll lose 1 max mana. We could turn the Ink Drinker into a high health thing, like 1 attack, I don't know, maybe 6 health for 4 mana. Or we can also just play a 4/4 and only take 1. This will mean our board is eradicated, but it is what it is. Let's be what it be. Grafting. Tempting. Remember, if we graft Hibernation, we'll get another Hibernation. Not ideal. But that's okay. Let's see. We have a big turn 7 play coming up. I think I just rip a 5/5. And we'll play this one too. The Ladybugs become super important for the seasonal cards. Not so much for what we're currently rocking. Look at that symphony. Or hear that symphony. We'll go ahead and graft Hibernation. I don't think I want to play anything though. A 3/3 might be okay. Remember, we have the Ink Drinker here. I'm going to use this as like a late game card. We can even turn it into like a 0 mana 0/1 deal 10, I think. I believe that's the highest you can put on it. I don't remember though. It has been some time. Alright, Mr. Gigantode. Let's rock. So Sap completely disables an enemy ability for 1 turn. Unlike Stun, it doesn't reset it, and unlike Eye Gouge, it doesn't remove it. But we can at least prevent this from coming at my 3/3, which will refresh 6 mana, and then we can go boom, boom, Slam Jam, and Space Jam. It looks like we are going to do with the Ink Drinker OTK. OTK, is that even what this is? The Ink Drinker Finisher. Let's see how much damage we need. 2. Exact lethal. Perfect. The Ink Drinker is such a great card. Well, there's Infest. If we can find the Ancient Gong, the tree, Splice, we'll take it. It's the most basic infestation in the game. That's okay. Trixie Hunter. I believe this will give us our filling feast. Still as stone, still as stone. The man mutters, holding a spear close to his chest. Before him grazes a group of small, fuzzy creatures and their much larger mother. Soup of bones, soup of bones, he says. He raises his spear and begins to charge. Which do you help him hunt? The mother! Please don't lose 8 life. That was quite a bit. But okay. We'll make it work. Okay. I had to restart this fight against the Fates because they're kind of a problem. But that's okay. I'm sure you'll understand in but a moment. The Fates do 3 actions every single turn. Spin, summons a board full of threads. Measure, kill all threads. And then cut. Deal 1 for every 3 tokens on measure with an overkill. So essentially what this means is that every turn, my board is going to be flooded with these little threads of fate. the Threads of Fate will be killed, and for everyone that is killed, Kat is going to start doing more damage, which will not only kill my minions, but overkill onto my face. So there are, I suppose, two strategies to try and deal with the Fates. One is to generate minions so big they can eat the cuts, and then the other one is just fill your board with junk to try and prevent the measure from scaling too high. We are dealing with the second philosophy right now, the latter, in an attempt to not die. Previously, I was a little more patient. Actually, I suppose the word is slow. I was a little slow. And, you know, things got a little out of hand. It'd be great if this is another bear. Perfect. Do we just spawn a 2-2 to spawn a 2-2? Sure. With Graft, we can deal... with Graft into Infest, we can actually deal up to 15 instantly. It is quite mana intensive, though. Oh. We won. That's 6. I have exactly 6. Cool. Let's go, Ink Drinker. I suppose that's a valuable lesson. Alrighty, so we do have 2 more creatures here. The Rouse, or excuse me, 2 more Fabled cards. Choose a creature. When it dies, summon 2 charging bears. This could be really interesting. Can you tree this? We also have the Sappy Stick Bug. Whenever you sap or infest a monster ability, also perform the other action to it. So this is quite interesting. Because if we want to go... If we use the Gigantode, we have to kind of set it up, though. So the Gigantode will sap the ability, and then it will also be infested. And of course, we have the Spell Infestation, which means we can... Anything that we infest will also be sapped while this is on the board. Is that worth it? I don't know. But because we're here to unlock cards, that's what we'll do. Another Fabled card. Whenever you target me with a card, infest an enemy ability. This is not one that we unlocked, so that's why I'm looking at it with quite intensity. Quite the intensity. Infest an enemy card, enemy ability. We don't have too many cards that target our own units, so I think we're going to pass on that and grab the Lord Bug. Now, it's very uncommon for me to just rip like a raw, rip it raw Lord Bug, because of course there are a multitude of ways of summoning one, but yes, I would like to have an increased hand size. We would already be approaching medium burden if we were not Sylvan. But hey, green deck, good shit. Oh no. Everyone say hello to the uncovered gold cap. A rude sod. Every turn he will do Befuddling Spores. This flips the health and attack of a creature randomly. You cannot see enemy intents this fight. And Wind Up Punch. If I took no damage last turn, deal 3 to you directly. We got around this in one of the earlier runs by just eating his face the entire time with Swallow. But with this build, we're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. Now, what really makes this boss problematic is the Fungi Flurry. Oh, going quite heavy on the trumpets there. The Fungi Flurry will deal 2 damage. Fungi Flurry will trigger 2 to 3 times. The glory of RNG. Wow, the trumpets are really going. I have expected a different tune to start playing. That's okay. Let them go. Let them feast. EverQuest really was something special. Shame. Speaking of EverQuests, There are rumors on the internet that a new hand touches the beacon, may be in the works. Just saying, there should probably be 7 in case it gets hit multitude of times. Now, 1 mana 7/7 ain't great. But it's worth noting, or excuse me, a 4 mana 1/7. Did I say that? Isn't great, but it is worth noting that if it gets befuddled, I'm going to hit this guy for 7. So that's worth something. It also means it will instantly die if we get super unlucky here. Perfect. Flip a 2/2. See if I care. I'll make a little. Alright. So the Lord Bug is an Overlord, meaning that if he does not attack when you attack, then he will gain +1/+1. Well, that's just what his Overlord effect is. He gains +1/+1, and he will summon the Lone Ladybug. These will, of course, help flood the board. This got switched and then instantly died. Yikes. It's not a picture of that going on at all. I'm saving Graft. Do I spawn a 5/5? I'm just going to spawn a 5/5. I will attack this turn, because it's 5 damage. Okay, that Ink Drinker play wasn't my best move ever. That was pretty convenient, though. Thank you. Unfortunate. Is that what the kids say? Do people still say that? I don't know. But we can go ahead and sap the Fungi Flurry. Make it so there is no further shenaniganry. And that's the win. GG team. Mana cheating in my card game? How could you? I don't even have to infest this. I'll just swing. Now, of course, infest, it's difficult to play, right? Well, I believe we did unlock this last time. So 5 mana for 5. Reduce the cost of creatures by 2 this turn. Creatures. I don't know about this one, team. This can be supremely powerful, but not really what we're working with. Like, this is, what? Yeah, I don't know. We do have the bear. The bear. The bears. Should I just get it because we're unlocking stuff? Probably. It's a 2/2 with charge replacing a 2/2. Well, 2 reloads I think is a record for my return to this game, but that's okay. Now, to be fair, I didn't reload this one because I lost. I reloaded this one because I misplayed, and that cost me quite a few HP. Now, why did it cost me HP? That's because Maestro Maev is probably my least favorite boss in the entire game, because there's just not a whole lot of interactions with her. What I mean by that is that she has 3 abilities that go off every single turn. Parry, which will counter deal 1. If it kills a creature, it'll hit the next creature. Piercing Gauge, which is deal 1 to my face. And Soothing Song, which is heal herself for 1. While annoying by itself, those numbers are small enough to not really be a problem. However, that changes when Crescendo comes into play. Once Crescendo opens, it will add +1 to all of the other effects. So Parry is now deal 2 on counterattack. Piercing Gaze is now deal 2 to your face. And Soothing Song is now heal yourself for 2. The misplay that I made so critically was I lost a bunch of health for no reason, because I missed lethal like a dum-dum. And I also used my Filling Feast, which I'm probably doing again. But I could grab the Filling Feast this time. Should I just play a 4/4? Move on with our lives? I think so. So, I think I'm going to graft the Filling Feast so that I can get to full health here. Because we're going to take 2. And then I'm pretty sure this creature is not dead yet, so... Oh, hey, the Gigantode. So we'll go ahead and graft Filling Feasts. If I don't play the real one, do I get to keep it? Wait, that's actually a really smart idea. I don't know. Because it's only Forsaken. Huh. We'll play this one, see what happens. Next one is obviously Gigantode. And we can infest probably this one. This is deal 6 on command. We could also go Chrysalis Crawler. I don't think I've ever actually played that. See if we can make it work. What are we doing next turn? Next turn, we could do 6 mana Ink Drinker stuff. Ink Drinker. Might actually be the play. So if we go deal 10. If we go 0-1 deal 10, that's 6 mana. We can do that now. So what we could do is we could play this. Yeah, we'll do that next turn, I think, to kill. So this will spawn a 4-6. We'll play a 2-2. And then, next turn, we Gigantode into Ink Drinker and win. Cool. I mean, we could even just drop the Ink Drinker, I think. 4-8, yeah. So I'm going to play this. This is my alternative one. Then we're going to swing. 4-8, yeah. And once again, Ink Drinker is going to bring it home. I promise I have more tricks. But if Graft lets me play Filling Feast without actually consuming the Filling Feast, that's insane. Oh, hey, look. Another one we didn't unlock that's here. After 3 turns, deal 16 damage. Amount is 40% of enemy's max life. Okay, interesting. So this is a 7-mana spell, the Fungal Explosion. This is the Fabled variant of the... I don't remember what it's called. But it's the only card in the game, I think, that costs more than 10. It's like 20 mana. Deal insert outrageous amount of damage here. But its cost is reduced every turn, I believe. So it's like a turn 10 thing. This one is also a turn 10 thing, because it has to take 3 turns. I think I'm going to reroll and look for an unlock. We do have the Lord Bug, but here's the Sacred Orchard, which is the Wombo combo of victory. Now, the Sacred Orchard does have a variant, a Fabled variant, but it's one of those that is magically unlocked. A large man hunches over a thick metal pot. He has 2 tables on either side, piled with ingredients, some familiar and comforting, others that curdle the stomach from both appearance and sense. So do I have 2 Filling Feasts now? No. Okay. Looks like my trick didn't work. Do I care about this guy? I don't know. This is the Yearning Wood. He repeatedly appears in these recent videos, doesn't he? I remember him being quite uncommon, but here we are. The Yearning Wood is a living tree. It has the stomach contents, which decrease by 1 every other turn. Important to note there. Start of turn, if stomach content is 10 or more, it bursts and I die. If stomach content is 0, I starve and I die. And then it has 2 swallows, which are deal 1 if it kills a creature. I gain 3 life and increase the stomach contents by 1. So there is a strategy here to try and, like, feed it minions so that it will explode. Or, you know, try and starve it out. But Hanker Tantrum makes starving it out a little more complicated. If stomach content is less than 3, deal 6 overkill. And by the way, these swallows can go face. So not having a minion on board is also not really an answer. And there's also Knuck Break, which is counterattack deal 2 to all attackers. The wording there is important. So I think what we're going to do is just skip this turn. It's quite difficult to feed the woods from my experience. But, we might do that? I'm not sure. I mean, if we just keep rolling bears, this will go up. We have to make sure we have something that's... Like, I have a win condition, you know? Presently, I don't have one. It's probably... Oh, wait, no, I know what the win con is. I remember the win con. I hope everyone is enjoying their day. Have some nice popcorn with you. Because we're waiting. I'm going to do nothing and kill this enemy. I will win by doing nothing. I might as well show off the tree, shall I? So the Sacred Orchard, no matter what you combo it with, is a turn 10 play. Can I combo it with something else here? Not really. So it's probably better to graft infests, in my humble opinion. So what makes the Infest style of gameplay so insanely strong is that Infest triggers itself. Like, when you play an Infest, you get the 4-mana Metamorphose to pop, you know, whatever you want. If you infest an infested ability, it will trigger on its own. I didn't know that for the longest time. But when I first came back to this game a few months ago, I tried out a mono green deck, and it was insanely effective. And so we're just going to repeat that. Should we put some actual threats on the board, though? It's like, we can Giganto this, play a Lord Bug, and then win next turn. Cool. I told you I have more tricks. We aren't ever going to use the Ink Drinker this time. Alright, so here's the Wombo combo of greatness. We're going to play Sacred Orchard. Your next spell this turn costs 7 mana. It casts again for each extra mana spent this way. That little animation. And because Infest is only a 2 mana card, it's going to play itself 5 additional times. And we're going to press this button repeatedly. Kaboom. We're going to full swing. This might actually be lethal here. Oh. Okay. And next turn, we are going to Metamorphose. Voila. And that's the dream. That is the dream. Ooh, Trixie Hobbits is... I'm in. 4 mana 3/4. Your next spell this turn will double cast. So this could just be a decent body. 4 mana 3/4 isn't the worst thing I've ever seen. This could be a decent mid-game body, or we can do a lot of tricks. So for example, turn 7, Gigantode, Garden Tender, double Infest. We could Garden Tender on turn 7. We could also Garden Tender into Graft to double Graft something, so we have even more cards we're not supposed to have. We can Garden Tender into Filling Feast to heal for 20 and gain 6 temp life. The potentials are quite literally limitless. Or double draw with Hibernation. Lots of 10-7 plays. Speaking of, where do we want to put you? I'd replace the bear in a heartbeat if I could. But I think we'll just replace one of the Mana Pool Kois. They're useful, but you could rather have more synergistic effects. Deal 1 after you cast or choose a spell. That seems pretty good. You attack with 4 more creatures, give them +1/+1 this round. Nope. Giant Lantern it is. The amount of shenanigans you can get away with the Sylvan Raider effect is actually quite impressive. Quite impressive. Okay, interesting. So this is the Shambling City. Unlike the Maiev Maestro Maiev fight, where I said there wasn't a whole lot of interaction, this is the complete opposite. There is nothing but interaction. The Shambling City has residents. And for each resident that he has, he will deal that damage with the volley of rubble. Thankfully, no overkill. the way he replenishes these things is with Proselytize, which will instantly kill the weakest units on the board. I believe it is focused, or it chooses that based off the unit's attack. So it's about to kill one of these ladybugs, Proselytize, and then it will gain resistance equal to its attack. So if you're not careful and you're playing with a Dominate deck, and you sacrifice your whole board for like a Leviathan or a Behemoth or whatever, and it proselytizes the Behemoth, congratulations, you just died. So just keep that in mind. Careful. Careful. We're also about to experience true pain and suffering. Now, the Infest combo would work pretty well here because, again, it's percentage-based damage, so we're not... Oh, we drew something. Interesting. Do we play a 2-mana card? Not really. I don't think so. It's percentage-based damage, Infestation is, so we can still do the Giga Bomb with the tree, which is in our hands. What is Excavate again? Counterattack, deal 5, overkill, gain resistance equal to the amount overkilled. Oh, okay. That is concerning. So I think I'm only going to a... Wait a minute. Do I not attack at all then? I forgot about this part of the fight. I don't think I do. Ah. Interesting. So the Proselytize on the Ladybug, which means this will start doing 1 damage. I'm really worried about this Excavate. I'm sorry, did that card just burn? Was that my What was that? Well, lesson learned. 3, 6, 10 cards in hand is the max. And if you have that, your last card will burn. I'm not even sure what that was. I don't think it was anything too important. So we could do some Giganto plays, but White Void is open, which will destroy all creatures. So I think we just chill. This takes 1. White Void opens. Lord Ladybug is actually going to be lit here. Do the kids still say that? Because Proselytize is going to kill the Ladybugs. I think this is an Infest play. And unfortunately, I think this is a skip turn. Hate to see it. Oh, was it Graph that I burnt? Wow, that is bright. That is unfortunate. That is what it is. I believe this is a Gigantode angle. We could Gigantode into... Gigantode into double Hibernation, maybe? I think that's the play. We can block the Excavate so there's no counter. Then Garden Tender. Hibernate. For double charging bears. And then we swing. Cool. And now the process is going to hit this 2 mana units. This should be 2 attack unit. So we will lose 2 bears in this, but that's okay. A worthy sacrifice. We can eat the Excavate. Next turn is our big boy play. So I think what we'll do is we'll rip the Lord Ladybug. So the Toad will get excavated here, but there'll be no overkill, so no residence and no damage to my face. Best of both worlds, quite literally. Now the concern is that I need to keep attacking. But we're going to do our Wombo combo. The Infest is 14 damage. Nice. So if let's see. I suppose I win next turn, right? So we'll just eat the excavate with the Lord Bug. You did well, my friend. I am proud of you. And next turn, GG. Didn't even need the Ink Drinker. Proselytize the 1/2, deal 1 to the 3/4, and die. Return to nature's embrace. Not too shabby. When you sap an enemy ability, draw a card. This is an unlock, but 9 times out of 10, this is just a 3-mana 3/3. Which isn't great. Do I re-roll here? Oh. Oh, so here's the Fabled. I told you we unlocked this by cheating, I guess. Is a bug a cheat? I don't know. Draw spells until the total cost of cards drawn this way is 7 or more, or until you run out. They double cast this turn. I'm sorry, what? Draw spells until the total cost of cards drawn this way is 7 or more, or until you run out. This is kind of insane, actually. But instead, let's play another combo, shall we? So this is Sow and Reap. I don't think we need 3 hibernations. While it is fun drawing my entire deck, we have discovered the problem of drawing my entire deck. Why are you here again? Rude. So Sow and Reap is one of my favorite cards, actually. Gain 4 borrowed life. If you have played Sow and Reap this turn, deal 12 damage instead. So, of course, this works with the tree on turn 7 to deal, I think it's 48 damage and gain 4 borrowed life. This works with the Garden Tender to cast twice to gain 4 temporary life and then deal 12. I have no cards to play without the Ink Drinker, and that makes me really sad. I'm not taking 5 to the face. You cannot make me. Technically, there's no need to worry about overkill, so as long as I play this, we're fine. This is the worst possible use of this card, by the way. But, is it or is, I guess. Okay. How, so we have a 2 out of 6, a 1/3, a 33% chance to take 5 to the face. Perfect. Magnificent. I probably should have explained this, boss. This is the King of Beggars. Fun fact, if you use Eye Gouge like we did in the previous video, you can Eye Gouge hard up and he becomes completely invalid. But until then, he is supremely annoying. And also continues to show up for seemingly no reason. I don't know what I ever did to him. It's really... The Lord Bug is both exceptional and terrible here. Which is very unfortunate. But he has this Beggar's Bowl, and thanks to Hard Up, he is tossing this at my leftmost minion every turn. But if we attack him, he will trigger that as well. So for example, if this 1/2 goes after him, I will instantly take 5. And then he will kill the 1/2 on his turn. However, if his coin bowl runs out, he will deal 13 damage. However, he will also take 13 damage. And now Passing Strangers is opened up, which will add 1 coin to the Beggar Bowl and restore 5 of his miserable life. Are we grafting Sow and Reap? I think we are. Spell decks kind of struggle against this boss. And unfortunately, we were playing a spell deck. I say unfortunately. This is an actual spell deck and not technically or definitely a spell deck. This is a spell deck. Gigantode is a good one. I don't know. I think I have to hit hard up, right, with the sap to cancel it for a turn. Okay. I don't really have a play right now. This is an awkward hand. We have a hibernation left, right? Yeah. Alright. We'll play the Lord Bug. Now, unfortunately, the Lord Bug is probably just going to die. But, man, this wasn't the role I wanted either. We might be able to get away with it. Am I raw dogging double sow and reap? I think I am. Or I play a 5/5? That might be the play. I think the 5/5 is the play. I think so. We can swing for 4. Oh, that goes off still. Oh, I thought I had one more turn of it. Damn. Okay, I think we're garden tendering sow and reap, probably. So he's going to take 12. I'm going to gain 4. Perfect. And then we will... Do we double swing here? If I double swing, the garden tender dies. I think I will double swing. So the garden tender takes the 5. And then the toad is going to take 5. And now I have a really difficult choice. Or do I? Actually, I have a really easy choice, don't I? Boom. Bear's dead. Downside, the fish is going to take 13 now. Okay. I have just enough time to set all this up. I suppose I could do the charge, right? Wait, don't I just win if I play sow and reap? 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes? Math is hard. Hey! Giga lethal! Ooh, what are you? The Rad Head Trapper. Overlord, create a random Sylvan spell in hand. This could be really funny. I mean, we're here for the unlocks, aren't we? We're here for the dream. I really don't want to cut another hibernation. Drawing is so good. We could drop a ladybug. I guess that's what we'll do. Let's make our early game worse. Why not? What could go wrong? Another one. Interesting. This will be my third filling feast. I'm not sure if you can have 3. Or if you can have more than 1 in the deck. Let's see. You can. Cool. Well, I'm not dying anytime soon. I hope everyone's on board with that. Oh. Okay. Everyone say hello to the Prophet of Ruin. Hey, asshole. This guy has a self-fulfilling prophecy. He has 4 left. He will summon a murderous crow every turn that will attack me at the end of his turn, or start of my turn, or whatever. Maybe on spawn. He has a counterattack. If attacked by 3 or more creatures, deal 3 to all attackers. And the Rising Dread, deal 1 to all, activates in an extra time each use. So you might be wondering, what's this all about? Well, this is a gimmick, boss. Once this counter, this token goes down to 0, so once 5 birds have been summoned and slain, and of course you have taken 5 to the face, very rude. I don't think we're going to need Sow and Reap. So we can play this now and just not take health damage. That seems like a good idea. Once all of the birds have been dealt with, which I suppose we could do now, he will destroy these 2 abilities and then go down to 10 HP. So the goal is to have 10 damage set up on board when that happens. That's the goal. Will it work? Maybe. Because Rising Dread's about to happen, I don't think I want to play this guy. We can draw a card, see what happens. Okay. Alright. Oh, this is the theme of EverQuest's online adventures. So good. Ah, my past. I need to kill this guy. Wait, can't I make this 0 deal 10? Perfect. Great. Do I even bother to play anything then? So, having 2 overlords is usually not a very good idea, in my not-so-humble opinion. But, please don't draw a spell. Nice. Wait a minute. I can swing here. But then I can't... Wait, can he do anything to me, though? Should I find out? So he's going to explode. Now he's dead. Good talk, everybody. Wow, Sow and Reap came in clutch there. Oh, hey, here's another card that was accidentally unlocked. Printhia, the Plague Queen. 6 mana, 4/5. Summon, infest an enemy ability. Whenever you infest an ability, create a random Sylvan spell in hand. That is insane. Oh, that is good. Big, happy fan. But, it's already unlocked, so... Another day, perhaps. You know what isn't unlocked, though? The Emperor Dactyl. So this is a seasonal card, and one of the few ways to call upon the original version of Printhia, the Black Death. This is a reason not to get rid of the ladybugs. But we'll take it. We have a late... Our deck is actually really bad for this. I don't think there's any world in which we actually summon Printhia. We can try. How... Where in the 9 hells do I put you? Okay. I think we would put that over the Sylvan Spell Overlord guy. Oh, it's Lowain again! Sup, Lowain? So when you're playing a mono deck, I think it's just a 50-50 on who you fight. I'm pretty sure there's really no rhyme or reason to it. But this is Lowain, the Blood God, as I like to call him. The Ravager deity. We fought him in the last video. I'm uncertain about how my deck is going to perform here. What I can tell you is that Infest goes hard against his 120 health pool. Shall I swing for 1? Cool. So Lowain has Domination, which he's about to do now. This will clear my board and summon a 20/20 for me to swing with. But don't get too attached to him because he's also going to open up Giant Slayer. Giant Slayer is going to kill the highest attack creature that we have, which is, of course, this 2020 that he was so kind to bestow upon me. But he also has High Swing. Deals 7 damage, it will hit the first creature with 3+ attack, and if there is not one, it will hit my face. Which is undesirable, as I'm sure you can imagine. So you can play this 3/3. This happens every turn, though. But I kind of need to buy time. So Giant Slayer will go in, High Swing will happen, it'll hit this 3/3 mana pool koi. We get big sad, but hey, it is what it is. And now, when your opponent plays a creature, negate the activation of that card and reduce the ability counter by 1. But if the counter is at 0, destroy this ability. We are a spell deck. We actually have a few ways we can play around this. But are they worth it? What turn is it? 4? I actually can summon Parinthia. I just figured that out. I know how to summon Parinthia. I have 2 Filling Feasts in deck, so I don't think I actually need to worry. We could even Garden Tender them into them. Alright. This is going to look a little ridiculous, team. I wonder if I'm going to die. I hope not. Okay, good. Ish. We're going to take 7 again next turn. But then it'll be full health. I don't know if Domination actually spawns anything if there's nothing on the board. Because the wording here is very specific. Kill all of your opponent's creatures to summon... Oh, what was burned? Nothing important. So, to summon the Black Death, we need this to be the 4th or greater creature played. Now, this is going to be a little bit of science. Intimidation is in play, which means when we play a creature, no, it will be destroyed, but I think it will still count for the season. It does not. Oh, shit. Well, my plan, which has been perfectly ruined, was to play both these 0 costs, eat both Intimidate while counting for this, to then summon Parinthia the Black Death. Now that's not on the table. Now that that's not on the table, I have no choice but to... Do I have a choice? I don't have a choice. Do I? No. We have to Garden Tender or... Oh, God. Math. Math is hard. I'm going to try and summon Parinthia, but I think I have to play this. I think that has to be done. So that was destroyed. We have a 2020. High Swing will go into the 2020. No, I cannot. Excuse me, can I save this? Yes, I can, actually. Hold on. 6. Gigantode could do some shenanigans, but I don't think Gigantode will be enough here. So what if we try something different? Let's get a spell. Okay, Graft was returned to me. Cool. So Giant Slayer goes in. High Swing comes at my face. We're okay with that. We're less okay with the second High Swing that's opening. Okay. I don't think there's much of a choice. I'm pretty sure we have to tree infest. So I think I graft Sow and Reap here. Is there any world in which the Emperodactyl gets Perinthia? Maybe? Okay, so High Swing is going to eat the bug. Pass on the crown. That's an interesting one. I don't think it's a helpful one, but it's an interesting one for sure. 1, 2, 3. Need to make sure I don't burn my hand here. I suppose we can just rip Sow and Reap, can't we? Like a rip them all. We can also Gigantode. Which might be the play. If we Gigantode, what are we doing? Wait, Gigantode would be 2, restore 5. What? 2, restore... I think I Gigantode next turn to get the Emperodactyl, so I think we just rip this. Just rip it naked. We could do this. Is taking 10 okay? Taking 10's fine. See, if I had mana, the Emperodactyl would be down, and Perinthia would be here. Okay. We can sap Dominate here. Man, Dominate came down at the wrong time, didn't it? That sure did. Am I dead? Why is this the hardest deck I've ever played in my life? Answer, because you're playing it inefficiently in an attempt to... I'm technically alive, aren't I? Because this happens, everything dies, we get a 20/20. So I take 7 here, I don't actually take 14, I'm taking 7. It's still a little alarming. Fine, just come at my face. I'm gonna believe. I don't know what Perinthia actually does. I could theoretically... Excuse me? Oh, okay. So I could theoretically play this 7 times. But he might be dead. That was so anticlimactic, Loane. Loane. I was trying to set up... The Acolyte's journey completed. Haru absorbed the offerings of flesh. Man, I wanted to summon Perinthia. At last, her siblings called from every field and forest. No one was left to interfere with life and death. Alright, well. So much for Parinthia. However, we did manage to get a whole bunch of unlocks, so that's nice. Reap and Sow has turned to Seed and Harvest. Spring, this is a 3-mana spell. Spring, gain 1 max mana. Summer, draw 2 cards. And Fall, give all creatures +2/+2. Okay. So Spring is when you play it first. So if you just rip this, you gain +1 max mana. Summer being second, you could do this turn 3 still with the Lone Ladybugs. No big deal. Fall is being played third. Still technically could do it with the Ladybug. So this would fit in nicely with a run it down red deck. The Rad Head Hunter, 2 mana 1/1. Whenever you play a spell, grant me +1/+1 even if I'm in your hands. Ooh. Very interesting. I wonder if this triggers, like for example, if you play the tree and then you play Infest 5 times like we did. Would that be +6/+6? Could be really funny. The Conservator, an 8 mana 4/4. Activate each season of season cards you play. Create a random season card. Huh? Activate each season of season's cards you play. So, okay, so the way I'm understanding this is that when you play this, it will make a random season card. If this survives to the next turn, any seasonal card you play will activate all of its effects, which is absolutely insane. Easiest way to summon Parinthia now. Awakening Bear, a 1 mana 2/2. Summon, transform into a 7/7 after 3 turns. Wow. Okay. The Amber Shot Giganthrod, 6 mana 4/4. Play, sap an enemy ability. If it is already sapped, infested, or ignited, sap each targetable enemy ability instead. Oh. Interesting. Or ignited, interesting wording there. That synergizes, of course, with the red spell deck. The Venerated Bug, the Lord Bug special. The Fabled Lord Bug, 4 mana 3/5. When you play a spell, summon a Lone Ladybug. If your board is full, add 1 to your hand instead. Interesting. Spell synergies. 8 mana Team. Oh, this is the Infest, the Fabled Infest. Summon a random infestation. If your board is full, grant a random creature +2/+2. Repeat for each spell you have played this turn. So, you can't tree this. It's an 8 mana spell. You can't use the tree on this. You cannot Garden Tender it because the Garden Tender is 4 mana. But you can cast this twice if you draw it with that one Fabled card that I forgot. Interesting. And last but certainly not least, the Enduring Dactyl. A 4 mana 4/4, the Fabled variant of the Emperor Dactyl. End of turn, if my attack or health is 8 or greater, sacrifice me and deal 25% of enemies max life. My attack or health is 8 or greater. Interesting. Huh. The green deck doesn't have a whole bunch of buffing mechanics. But I mean, Seed and Harvest, I suppose. So that would just bring it to a 6/6. You need to double cast this. Fascinating. Very interesting. Well, that was the first mono deck I've played in some time. I hope that you all enjoyed. Thanks to that run and the bug, we have almost completed mono green. Or excuse me, the green Fabled collection. Let me just see real quick what Parinthia does. The regular Parinthia. Here she is. This is who I was trying to summon. 8 mana 6/6. Summon, infest 2 enemy abilities. Overlord, burst all infested abilities. I'm assuming the summon would trigger. I think this is the only way to get her. The Emperor Dactyl. So on summon, it says summon not play, so I'm assuming that's the case. It will infest 2 enemy abilities. Damn, I really wanted to see her. But we can see her here. And this is the mushroom bomb thing. For my start of your turn, reduce my cost by 1 at deal 40. So you always draw at the start of battle. So this goes down to 20. I wonder, there has to be like a mana manipulation, right? Technically? Hard to say. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this mono green run. The Fabled deck completion has accelerated thanks to this bug. But some of this we have seen before, so maybe it was like a backup. I don't know. Who knows? But thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you to the patrons and the channel members who support the channel. I greatly appreciate you. If you would like to see my channel, feel free to join the description down below, and I will see you next time. Bye.